Baste her with that fresh chimichurri goodness.
Bravo, holy taco, that's mean.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ryan Meyer's Expeditions. I'm back here with Justin after, what, like 12 hours? I feel like I left your house just a few minutes ago.
I don't even know why you left the house.
We're looking for taco today.
A friend of mine has a funeral that he's got to go to, and he asked for about 25 pounds.
I've never done this. My taco experience is I think there's a taco over there swimming, and then I go in and try and catch it.
I don't think I have the best taco eye. I go a little deeper. From a little deeper, they look like cow poop. Just kind of is like a spidey sense. The spot is the current is strong, and so you're not going fast.
The current's what?
Bro, we're gonna get a leg workout today.
You just asked me, are you ready to swim? All I did all day yesterday with you was swim.
Today is probably gonna be stronger. You can see the water already moving pretty strong, which is good. If I'm with the current,
yeah,
I swim over probably 90% of the taco. If I turn around and swim against the current and barely move,
and you're seeing them,
then I'm seeing them.
And are you strictly from the surface, or are you swimming down a little bit?
Strictly from the surface.
Strictly from the surface, swimming against current, moving slow, looking for those cow poops.
Mm-hmm.
And then the biting. My biting experience is like, I bit a few taco.
His biting experience, that's the thing to talk about Sam with.
My taco biting experience is pretty much like a popped eyeball in my mouth. Grab it, you let it flip.
Grab the mantle, and you let it flip, and you just kind of spin them around so that you make sure that the eyes are going to be on the top.
Okay.
And then when it flips over, the eyes are tight, and then you just, depending on how big it is. I mean, it could be, or...
Now, is it both eyes? Like you're going over both eyes and biting between them?
Right in between the two eyes.
So you're biting like one eye is in your mouth?
Yep.
And that's it?
Right eyes in the mouth.
Well, let's do it.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see you guys in the water.
So Justin was not kidding when he said the current was gonna be absolutely ripping, because we got out there and we were kind of over this really nice gravelly looking bottom, and immediately we kind of got separated. Anybody who's dove with me or Justin knows that he swims way faster than me, so he's always just a little bit ahead of me. So I'm behind him and I bump into this first taco of the day. I kind of see that black spot down there. I get down here, I managed to tickle this thing out and get a hold of him. But what Justin had told me from beforehand, he was like, we're kind of gonna be pretty picky today. You know, we want 25 pounds of taco, we want some really nice ones though. We don't necessarily want to eat these smaller ones. So this was the first great practice run, just enough to kind of get my taco eye set, figure out how to catch them, and then unfortunately also make me completely lose track of Justin. So now, since I've paused to catch that last taco and Justin kept swimming against the current, we're kind of pretty separated. And when you're stuck in this really currenty situation, I can't catch up to him that quick, especially when I kept seeing more tacos. So I bumped into this one and I knew, I was like, this is what we're looking for right here. This is the stud taco, this is what we're going for. And I managed to get down here and get this one pretty easy, but then I saw another one. And so now I've got the one, and because I can't really bite it in my hand, I'm trying to hold one in my hand while try and catch the other one, because I don't want to be blown away from it in the current, which was just completely insane. You could see by the ink drifting away here, kind of how fast that current's moving. But full on taco war underwater. I only catch the one, I can't get a hold of the other one. You can see me getting blown back in that current. And then I'm gonna go to the surface, I'm gonna full battle with this thing, and then I'm gonna try and get back and get that other one. So I'm trying to bite this thing because I lost Justin. And Justin had the only stringer. And when we got in the water, he was kind of like, do you have a stringer? And I was like, no, I thought we're sticking together. You're carrying the taco. I'm not dragging the taco. These aren't my taco. So I don't have a string on my belt at all. And now I've lost Justin and I found these two giant taco. And so basically I'm holding one in my hand with the spear while I'm going down here to try and catch this other one. And this dive here will be very, very uncharacteristic of me because it's very rushed. And in that high current situation, you kind of get into this zone where like, you have to go and you have to go now or you're gonna get blown off. So I get down here again, I don't have a lot of breath hold, I'm completely out of breath. I'm trying to tickle this thing. You can see those taco tentacles in my left hand of a taco that's still kind of completely alive because I can't quite bite this thing. It was just full on freaking disaster. I don't make it happen on that dive, but I'm determined to not lose this one. I can tell that, I don't know if this is a male and female mating together or they were just side by side or how any of this works, but this was another stud and I was like, this one is coming with me. So again, drop down here, he's still in that same hole. I have a little bit better breath this time. I still have that taco in my left hand also along with that spear, and you can see me just doing this whole gentle poke, coaxing, trying to get this thing to come out of his hole so I can grab this thing, try to maybe potentially bite him between the head or the eyes in the brain, and try and take this thing and give him back to Justin. So you can see, pulls him out of there, managed to get this one, but now I have two taco full on battling me on the surface, both one in one hand, one in the other hand, spear there. See me try to bite this thing, try to shake this thing, and just totally losing it here. So the real beauty of biting these things is that you completely kill them. You know, if you do what I did, which is kind of like try to bite them and they don't really die, so then I try and pull the guts out, they sit there and they kind of live for a long time, and I don't know if it's their nerves or what, but they just keep attacking you. And it makes them really, really difficult to hold or keep on your belt. So now I've got 2 mostly dead taco in my left hand along with the spear, and I'm down here, I spotted another one. I still haven't caught up with Justin to give him all the taco, so I just gotta do what I gotta do because I'm fighting this current and I cannot catch up to him, but I bump into another one here. And this one, again, fairly easy to tickle him out, but you can see me trying to like bite this thing here on the surface, on my way up to the surface, but cannot get this thing to save my life. Now I've got 3 tacos I'm dealing with. This one actually rips out a piece of my snorkel, and luckily I managed to find it drifting down, because if I didn't find the snorkel, I don't know if you guys have tried to go spearfishing without a snorkel, but it's like borderline impossible, like you're going back to shore impossible. So somewhere around this point I decided I'm not going to catch up to Justin, so I poked a hole in all these things and I slid them on my belt and kind of used that as a belt cooey, and at least that would kind of free up my hands. And you can see here's another one, and then it's that exact cow patty type black dark shape down there on the reef in the gravel that you would kind of expect, and kind of what me and Justin were talking about at the beginning. You know, you're looking for that kind of anomaly down there on the bottom, and then, you know, whatever looks different, whatever's a little bit darker. So this is another one. I'm down here, I'm doing that tickle motion, trying to get this thing out of here. He comes out, and I'm kind of right away, I'm like, you know, that was pretty cool, but I've already got 3 really good ones, and this one's a little bit small, so I'm just gonna let him go. So one of the things me and Justin do really well is we kind of talk about our plan before we get out in the water. So if we do get separated, we kind of know where we're going, where we're turning around, and we'll bump into each other again. And that's exactly what happened here. I bumped into Justin, and look at this taco biting technique. Easy as pie, grabbed this thing, found the brain, immediately turns white, and now it's a dead taco that he can put on his belt and will not bother him. You'll see him come down here again and do this exact same textbook technique. What I really like here is how he puts that left hand off to the side. So he can tickle this thing out with the right hand with the 3-prong, and then as soon as it ducks out, he grabs it. Unlike me, who I'm kind of like further away, so when this thing comes out, a lot of times I have to chase it down to manage to get a hold of it. You can see he waits till it grabs it. He even looks over to check on me to see if I can get the camera angle, and then right there bites it, turns white. That taco or octopus is instantly dead, and he can put it right on his belt and get ripped right back to getting another one.
Every one of mine is like a life or death battle on the surface, bro. Snorkel getting ripped out, just death.
And pretty much exactly like Justin said, on our way back when we were going with the current, we spotted a lot less of these things. And I think that's purely because we were just moving faster. But you can see here again, that textbook, black, cow pie looking thing right down there above the sand, and this one I didn't even have to tickle out. He just bolted right before I got there and managed to grab a hold of this thing, and he wrapped around my wrist. And again, I'm gonna try and bite this thing, but I struggled so hard, and I just do not, I cannot mentally get over like putting this thing, this slimy octopus in my mouth and then feeling around with my molars and trying to find this brain. I just cannot get it yet. Maybe one of these days, but I'm just not quite there yet. So eventually there, we made it back to our starting point, and we kind of had enough for what Justin was looking for, that 20 or so pounds, you know, we can take back and take it to that funeral. But I promise you guys, stick around for this cooking session, because this is one of my favorite cooks that we've ever done.
What do we get?
I think we got 10 or 11.
10, 11 taco?
Probably 25 pounds.
I was pretty surprised at how well I spotted them. I think one of the biggest things I learned today is you're looking for where they should live. And then once you're there, like, then it's like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one.
As soon as like my eyes pick up one,
Okay.
then you start picking up more.
Yeah.
And it's that first one to break the ice.
Got
then
it.
your eyes are like, oh, that's what we're
That's what
supposed to be
they're
looking for.
I give mine over to Justin. He's gonna take those. I've got one in the freezer, and we're gonna cook that up. I have de-slimed it.
The correct way to tickle the taco is like a cat making biscuits. You just doop, 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 like you're making biscuits on another cat's belly.
I have Instapotted it, And now the girls are making chimichurri, and we're gonna char it over the grill, cover it in chimichurri, kind of make it crispy and delicious. We've got some grass-fed wild steak that I got from Justin. We've got some halaloo that I actually caught the other day with some random people in Hilo, Dane Boy 808. We're gonna enjoy the sunset here. This right here is what Hawaii is all about. We got some baked potatoes going there in the coals. My steaks and the taco are gonna go right there. I've doubled up on fire so that I've got my halaloo. It's gonna come over here. Justin, am I saying that right?
Halaloo.
Is it halaloo?
Yeah.
And now
Halaloo.
is it an akule or not?
It is. It's a baby.
It's a baby akule. I'm gonna score them, yeah? I've got them clean.
No need score them, brah. Baga small. They only this.
Yeah.
French fries. Crunch them. They put me chili pepper water. Crunch them again.
Now, I would like you guys to know that Justin's pigeon only comes out for you guys.
What we've got. We got oil.
And we got the halaloo!
That's just challah. You didn't even earn the loo yet. Bro, those things are tiny. Like, that's smaller than my thumb. See, that's what I'm normally used to.
These are the small ones.
Bro, hurry up, they're gonna burn. Look at the eyeballs floating in there.
I see that.
Yeah. The story has it, these local boys in Hilo took on Howley boy named Ryan fishing. They seen him on the side of the road, it's like it felt bad for him. And Howley, you know, Ryan being the quintessential Howley going, hey, local people, can you show me how to do this? You know, in the local Hawaiian Keys, it's like, brah, easy, come. I watch your videos, brah. I feel sorry for you. Justin no stay, he cannot feed himself. So they took him under his wing, they catch some shrimp, and then they catch some halaloo.
Oh, halaloo! Crispy can. I'm not gonna screw these up. Baste her with that fresh chimichurri goodness. Yes! What happened, Justin?
What we've got is what we call popa, black, or papa. It's nothing. So good. Bro, this is the worst.
What about these?
Those are done. Take those out. Wait, those are inedible.
Really?
I just flipped her. She's gorgeous.
Steak and octopus covered in chimichurri. What could go wrong?
Dogs. It's perfect.
Mama Ange.
Oh my gosh. That's delicious.
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Bro, for Howley taco, that's mean. It is very, very good. Samagram, you crushed it. No, I don't need a plate. But I want to try it.
I think Sam picked this up from Argentina, or one of our Argentinian friends. Instapotted for 15 minutes, charred on the grill, covered in chimichurri, sliced up. Absolutely unbelievable.
You guys want to see a fail? This is a fail.
Okay, I want to eat one though. How do I eat this thing? What do we got? What do we got going on?
It's really, really challenging. You just go like this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's super good. Hilo boys, mahalo.
Do I eat the head? Do I eat the head?
Yeah, eat everything.
The whole brain. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Like this video if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time right here on Ryan Meyer's Expeditions.